While Tesla and Toyota were busy developing new technology in their labs, BYD quietly launched a car that shook the foundations of the entire EV market. It is not just about range, nor is it just about show-off. This is a clear message. The game has changed now. The car we are talking about can run for a full 800 kilometers on a single charge. Imagine, one charge and a long, straight journey without stopping. And this is not science fiction. This is reality. Now you must be wondering what kind of technology is there in it? And how is this car so different from other EVs? So this is the wonder. This time, BYD has not just made a car, they have given a statement that now Tesla's supremacy is being directly challenged. Yang Wang U7, which has entered the category of luxury cars like Porsche, is not just a car. It is a warning for other companies that if they keep sleeping even now, the market will slip out of their hands. What kind of technology is installed in this car? How is it so advanced despite being an EV? Why is this floating mode so much in the news? So, before moving on to the video, subscribe to the channel so that such technology information reaches you first. When it comes to electric cars, the first name that comes to mind is Tesla. But 2024 has brought a big upheaval in the EV industry. And its name is BYD. Yes, the company that was once considered limited to China today has shaken the EV market of the whole world. The most surprising thing is that BYD sold more vehicles than Tesla in 2024, and that too in a situation when its presence in the largest and premium market like America is still limited. The meaning is clear. BYD is no longer just a company. It has become a global force. Now, you must be thinking, how can anyone get ahead of a brand like Tesla, which is spread everywhere? The answer to this is BYD's strategy. It focused on emerging markets like Asia, Europe, Latin America, and Africa instead of America, and from there, its growth picked up pace. Today, people in countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Brazil, Singapore are buying BYD cars because they are affordable, durable, and full of technology. In 2024, BYD sold around 4.3 million vehicles worldwide, including both its battery electric and plug-in hybrids. While Tesla is focusing entirely on electric cars, BYD has not left the hybrid segment, and that is why its vehicles are selling rapidly, even in countries where the charging infrastructure is not fully ready. Another big thing is BYD's production model. While Tesla makes huge investments for its plants, BYD has set up factories slowly and smartly, making many things from batteries to chips in-house, which keeps costs low and also makes the price of vehicles affordable. This strategy has made it a favorite of the middle-class customer. Now Tesla has been more focused on developed markets like the US and Europe, where the market is getting saturated. But BYD has targeted countries where EV growth has just started. And that is why it has overtaken Tesla, despite being limited in the US market. This in itself is a big thing, because it shows that BYD is not just a brand but a company with a new thinking, which wants to make EV accessible to everyone at the global level. If this pace continues, then in the coming years BYD can probably become the world leader not only in EV sales, but also in technology, innovation, and sustainability. Tesla is now getting real competition, and this competition is not just of one or two models, but of the entire vision. Yang Wang U7, the car that shook the EV market. Whenever we talk about luxury electric cars, the names of companies like Tesla, Porsche, or BMW come to mind. But now, amidst all this, BYD has launched a car that has surprised everyone. And that is Yang Wang U7. This car has done something in the EV world, which earlier seemed only a fantasy. Seeing this, people are saying only one thing. Brother, Now the game has really changed. First of all, talking about its design, this car looks no less than a future car. Long body, razor-sharp LED lights, and a very smooth aerodynamic shape, which comes out cutting through the air. The front and rear lights given in it shine just like science fiction films. Its look is so premium that if anyone sees it for the first time, he will feel that it is a brand like Porsche or Rolls-Royce. Now, let's come to its size and presence. This car competes with luxury sedans like Porsche Panamera and BMW 7 Series in size. But the difference is that BYD has given it such technology which other companies are still keeping in testing. This is the reason why this car is giving tough competition to flagship vehicles like Tesla Model S. BYD has made this car especially keeping in mind those people who want to be at the forefront of technology, along with luxury. That is, this car targets the high-end class. People who buy experience and innovation, not just brands. Such businessmen, tech investors, and high-profile individuals who want their car to be a statement. Now, let's talk about the mode that made this car viral on the internet. Floating mode. Yes, this is not just the name. This car has a mode that gives it the ability to float in water. People are asking, can it really float? So the answer is yes, yes, for a while. This is not a boat, but in a flood or waterlogging situation, this car can take itself to a floating position, which keeps its engine, motor, and battery safe, and the car remains on the surface instead of sinking. How does this mode work? Actually, BYD has installed E to the power of 4 all-wheel control system in it, in which each tire is controlled by an individual motor. Also, its body structure is so sealed and balanced that water does not enter. Due to this car can come into a floating position for a short time, which has not been seen in any other luxury sedan till date. This is also the reason why people are calling it SUV features in a luxury sedan. Because usually, SUVs have the power to withstand off-roading and difficult situations. But luxury sedans like Yangwang U7 have all that, and that too with style and comfort. This means that this car not only looks formal, but also reacts smartly in difficult situations. 800-kilometer range, not just long, but completely logical. When someone says that an electric car can run 800 kilometers, the first question that comes to our mind is it really so? And if yes, then how? Because in today's EVs, where 400 to 500-kilometer range is considered a big deal, a car like BYD's Yang Wang U7 going up to 800 km is not just a number, but the result of a revolution in technology. First of all, let's understand which battery technology is behind this range. BYD has installed its own blade battery in this car, which has become a new benchmark in the EV industry. This battery is not only powerful, but also safe, durable, and uses space well. The special design of the blade battery makes it different from other lithium-ion batteries. Its cells are thin and long, which fit in the entire battery pack in such a way that more energy can be stored, and the problem of heating is also reduced. Now the question arises, how is blade battery different from other companies' batteries? So, other companies are still mostly using traditional cylindrical or pouch cells, which either take up more space or heat up quickly. On the other hand, BYD's blade battery has very high fire resistance, meaning even if a battery gets punctured by mistake, it does not burn. In many testing videos, you must have seen that it was hit with a drill, hammer, even nail, but the battery neither caught fire nor exploded. That is, top class in both safety and performance. Now let's talk about the real thing. Is this 800-kilometer range useful in the real world, or is it just on paper? So the answer is, yes, it is logical. Because BYD has not made this car just to show a high number, but has designed it for real-life use. This means if you travel long distances or travel a lot on highways, then you will not have to worry about finding a charging station every 200 to 300 kilometers. Charge it fully once and go straight from Delhi to Amritsar or Jaipur. That too without stopping. Apart from this, BYD's technology makes driving energy efficient. That is, when you apply brakes, energy is regenerated. When you are on a slope, the battery consumption is reduced, and when the car stops, the power save mode turns on. All these things together make a range of around 800 kilometers possible in the real world. And the most important thing is that BYD's battery is not limited to just long range, it is also made to last for a long time. Meaning, once the battery is installed, you are tension-free for the next several years. The charging cycle is also high, and the degradation rate is very low. So it is clear, this is not just a matter of long-range car, but a smart-range car. And this is what makes it different from other EVs. Where other companies are just trying to increase the range, BYD has changed the whole thinking. Logical range, which is useful in the real life of common people to the power of 4 platform. The real game changer. Now let's talk about the technology that has made BYD not just an EV company, but an innovation leader, and that is its EE to the power of 4 platform. The name may sound a little technical, but the work it does is absolutely amazing. Simply put, this platform controls each tire of the car with a separate motor. Now you must be thinking, what is so special about it? So, brother, this is the thing. This thing was not seen in EV till date. Most of the electric cars that came till now had either one motor in the front or one in the back, or a dual motor setup with 2 motors in which there was front and rear axle control. But BYD's E to the 4th power platform has a motor on each wheel, and all 4 motors work together, even though they are completely separate from each other. That is, each tire can be given separate power. And this is what makes it the king of driving. What is its biggest advantage? Suppose you are driving on a slippery road, like an icy road or wet mud. Now, if the grip of one tire slips, then the other 3 tires can balance the car with their power. This is not possible in a traditional system, and the car can skid. But a car with E to the 4th power platform understands on its own how much force to apply to which tire and where to apply the brake. Meaning amazing grip, amazing control. One more thing, because of this platform, the car also becomes very fast. Because when all 4 tires are taking power from different motors, acceleration happens at lightning speed. In a car like Yangwang U7, this platform can give a speed of 0 to 100 in less than 3 seconds. And that too without the car shaking or wobbling. But not only speed, the fun of driving and safety is also hidden in this technology. If you are turning, the E to the power of 4 platform ensures that the inner tire gets less power and the outer one gets more, so that the car can turn easily and maintains balance. This means that the car gives you a premium and confident feel at every turn. This level of independent motor control system has been seen for the first time in the world of EV. And this is why people are calling it a game changer. Things that were limited to racing cars or concept prototypes till now have now come to the common user's car. And all the credit for this goes to this platform of BYD. So if you are thinking that EV is just a story of battery and charging, then now update your thinking. Because with the E to the 4th power platform, EV now means a whole new level of power, control, safety, and smart driving. BYD versus Porsche, the real competition of speed, range, and royalty. Now, if someone says that a Chinese company like BYD is competing with a super luxury brand like Porsche, then some people laugh. But in the EV race of 2024 to 2025, this is not a joke, but a reality. And the biggest proof of this is BYD's new flagship luxury car, Yangwang U7, which is giving direct competition to high-end vehicles like Porsche Panamera and Taycan. So, let's understand in common parlance who has the upper hand in this competition, BYD or Porsche. First of all, let's talk about the technical comparison. Porsche Taycan is a sporty and high-performance electric car, whose range goes up to about 500 kilometers and reaches the speed of 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds. Now let's come to BYD's Yang Wang U7. Its range is around 800 kilometers. And the speed? Brother, this too can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in less than 3 seconds. That means BYD has left Porsche behind in range, and there is a close competition in speed too. Now let's talk about the balance between performance and luxury. Porsche has always been known for its sporty feel, low riding stance, and driving thrill. But if you look at its interior, you will see simple design and limited technology at some places. On the other hand, Yang Wang U7 has mixed luxury with technology. Its interior looks like a sci-fi film: 5 screens, AI-based control, massage seats, aroma dispenser, and the whole car works like an intelligent system. And the most special thing, which Porsche does not have, Yang Wang U7's floating mode and E⁴ platform, through which each tire of the car can be controlled separately. Meaning, the car not only picks up speed, but also balances itself everywhere: snow, water, slopes. These things are still missing in traditional cars like Porsche. Now imagine, on one hand there is a car that has been a premium brand for decades, and on the other hand there is a new car that has entered the same category directly on the basis of technology. That too at less than half the price. The price of Porsche Taycan goes above 1.5 crores in many markets, while BYD's Yang Wang U7 is available in the range of about 70 to 80 lakhs. That means performance, technology, and luxury. Everything is available, but the cost is less. So the question arises, should a brand like Porsche really worry now? The answer is yes, and a lot more. Because now people are not paying money just for the name. They are looking at where they are actually getting technology, performance, and value. And BYD is moving ahead rapidly on this front. If brands like Porsche want to survive, they will have to completely change their thinking and strategy in the EV segment. Otherwise, the day is not far when people say premium electric car, the first name that comes to people's mind will not be Porsche, but BYD. So in this royal race of EVs, BYD has not just launched a car, it has given an open challenge. And now everyone's eyes are on how Porsche responds to that challenge. Next generation motor. Imagine a motor that breaks all speed records. And that too not in an expensive hypercar, but in a sedan or SUV you see in your neighborhood. Yes, BYD has recently introduced a new electric motor that spins up to 30,511 revolutions per minute. One of the fastest motors ever. Not only this motor can deliver a tremendous power of 580 kilowatts in one go. And you will be surprised to know that it is not being used in any luxury racing car, but in ordinary vehicles like BYD's Han L sedan and Tang L SUV. Now compare, the motor of Xiaomi SU7 Ultra goes up to 27,200 RPM, while the Tesla Model S Plaid only goes up to 20,000 RPM. That is, BYD has left everyone behind, and that, too, comfortably. But BYD did this feat not only with speed. There is a great engineering mind behind it, too. This motor is fitted with extremely powerful NTD N50EH magnets, which increase its power by about 18%. Also, its special winding design, i.e., coiling technique, reduces copper wastage by about 21%. Due to the extremely thin silicon steel layer of 0.2 millimeters and direct cooling system, this motor is not only fast, but also extremely efficient and durable. The balance of the motor has also been set so precisely that the vibration is very low, due to which the vehicle remains absolutely stable and safe even at high speeds. Along with this, the silicon carbide power module with a power of 1,500 volts makes it even more thermally smart. Talking about speed, Han L catches the speed of 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.7 seconds. On the other hand, even a heavy vehicle like Tang L SUV takes only 3.6 seconds. These are the same figures that are seen in expensive foreign sports cars. And the thing that surprises the most is its 100 to 200 kilometers per hour speed timing. Han L takes only 4.74 seconds and Tang L takes 6.19 seconds. This means that these cars have come out of the world of racing tracks and have come to rock the common roads. But now the question arises: is such tremendous speed suitable for common people? Will everyone be able to drive it properly? Some people are worried that it may prove to be too fast for those who previously drove normal cars like Honda CR-V. Xiaomi allows its users to turn on the high-speed mode only after training. Should BYD also think like this? This debate is now spreading rapidly. Some people consider it to be the democratization of technology. That is, now high performance is not limited to the rich, while some are calling it excessive power, which is more than necessary. But one thing is for sure: BYD has shown that EV now means not just mileage or design, but also real performance, and that too without any compromise. If this move is successful, it will change the thinking of the entire market, especially of those who till now dreamed of speed only by looking at Tesla or BMW. BYD has shown that technology is no longer just a showpiece. Now it has come to create a stir in the cars of common people as well. Charging technology of the future. Until now, we thought that charging electric vehicles would take some time. But BYD has turned this thinking upside down. They have introduced a new charging system that can fully charge a vehicle in just 5 minutes. Yes, you heard it right, just 5 minutes. While Tesla's Supercharger V3 still takes about 15 minutes, BYD has straightaway promised 3 times faster speed. This is not just a technological advancement. It is a big statement that fast charging is no longer a distant dream, but a very near reality. Nowadays, people look at 2 things the most when buying an EV. 1, the range, and second, how quickly it charges. BYD has directly attacked the second problem. Now imagine, if you are driving a taxi in your city or are on a long road trip, and your vehicle gets fully charged in just the time it takes to get a coffee. How great a relief it would be. This means that driving an EV can now be as easy and quick as filling petrol. But this new technology also raises a big question. Will the charging stations and power lines in our cities and villages be able to handle such fast and heavy charging? A system with such voltage and current needs a whole new preparation. BYD is also working on this. It is working with the power grids and planning teams of cities to plan such charging stations that can handle this new technology. Talking about technology, just making the charging cable thicker is not enough. For this, special battery design, excellent cooling system, and high-quality electronic modules are required. BYD's own Blade battery is already famous for thermal safety and fast charging. Along with this, direct cooling and new thermal management technologies are also being used so that the battery does not heat up during charging and lasts longer. If this technology is extended to affordable cars, like BYD's Chin L, it will mean that not just the premium segment, but even the general public will be able to take advantage of 5 minutes of charging. This is why questions are being raised. Will companies like Porsche be left behind in this race? Or will they also be forced to run after BYD? Today in the EV world, most of the talk is about software updates and self-driving, but what BYD has done is real ground-level innovation. They have shown us that the real game is in the battery and charging system. If everything goes according to plan, very soon we will see EVs being filled up like petrol now, without wasting time, in just 5 minutes. It comes down to this. Now, not just range, but charging time will also become a big factor when buying an EV. And BYD has made it clear that it is ready to be at the forefront of this race. Has the alarm bell rung for Tesla? If any company has ruled the world of electric cars in the last few years, it is Tesla. Elon Musk's thinking, technology, and brand had created a monopoly-like environment in the EV sector. But now, a new challenge has arisen. Chinese company BYD, which is not just making cars, but is creating a complete EV ecosystem. The question is this an alarm bell for Tesla? Elon Musk's EV philosophy has always been performance, innovation, and exclusivity. Cars like Tesla Model S and Model 3 have also proved this, but BYD has now entered the field where earlier only Tesla dominated. The speed and technology demonstrated by BYD's new Han L sedan and Tang L SUV have given a direct competition to Tesla's Model S and Model 3. Han L's 0 to 100 sprint in 2.7 seconds and 1,000-volt ultra-fast charging system are features that were previously unique to Tesla. But BYD is not just in the race of specifications. Their thinking goes much further than that. BYD doesn't sell a car. It offers a complete ecosystem. It has its own battery factory, its own software, its own charging network, almost everything in-house. This is the same model that Apple follows: hardware, software, and service, all under its own control. BYD is now trying to become the Apple of the EV industry. Now the question arises, can other companies do this? Tesla has invested a lot in its plants and supercharger network, but they are not running a completely in-house ecosystem at the scale that BYD is doing. Other companies like Toyota, Ford, or Volkswagen still rely on third-party batteries and charging infrastructure. While BYD has started its own battery research,